Check. When I was to you, I knew you were the one for me. Come through, dig the sound. I swear the whole world could do you empty. Crowd around. I used to cop a lot, but never cop no drop. Hold mics like ponytails tight and bobble ops. Stop and stick around, come through and dig the sound of the fly brown 6060 cycle. Who throws a dick around? Bound to go 3 plat. Came to destroy rap. It's an intricate plot of a b-boy strap.
Wow, that was a very YouTube intro. Anyways, welcome to another Alex Has No Friends, which I kind of was rethinking the title because I was like, you know what? It should be like Alex chooses to not have friends. Because right now this is a choice. It's always been a choice because I have trust issues. Not the podcast, but friends. I've been hurt. I should probably be a grown-up, but I choose not to. Anyways. Well, I guess I have things to talk about. I'm really doing this just because I've been procrastinating and not getting a lot done on the home front of podcasting. So it's kind of been not on the back burner. I still get it done, but it's been on the back burner. It's been my lowest effort project, which I'm cool with because, having, only 5 million episodes or 5 million views per episode, I can lean back, But anyways, we're here. I'm having a good time. I am very busy, actually, which is why the podcast, has been on the back burner. I have been opening a comedy club, which is crazy to say out loud. I've been laughing hysterically, like cartoon evil villain hysterically, like by myself, because it just sounds so delusional. I sound out of my mind. I am out of my mind. But anyways, yeah, I'm opening a comedy club in Orlando, and it should be opening. I set a public date of April, but I'm hoping for March. It's just really because, beer and wine is, I've heard it can be tricky. So that'll be interesting to say the least, but yeah, we're going to get it done. I have 1,000% faith that I'll have no problem getting everything we need. But yeah, so basically just it's been 2 weeks since I've gotten the keys. Not even, maybe it has been, it'll be 2 weeks on Friday. So it's only been a week. But everything's been painted. We're replacing the ceiling tiles. We're just getting the stage ready, getting a bar ready, getting all the tools and all gender restrooms that we need. I was like, as I was putting them up, I was like, am I selling my soul? But really it's just for ADA compliance. And I guess trans compliance, which is cool. You can be whoever you want and come into our establishment. I have nothing against anybody. I'm not, that's like pulling the black card. Like, I have trans friends. Not really, just comedians that I've met that I totally accept as human beings. So I'm by no means homophobic. I'm laughing because this is hilarious. But anyways, you may not think it's funny. I think it's funny. But yeah, so just I've got equipment to build acoustic panels. Because I was like, it was way too expensive to buy them already made. So I got some rock wool and some wood and some screws and some acoustic fabric. So I'm going to build our own acoustic panels. They're going to be hanging from the ceiling all over the walls. It's going to be sick. The whole place is blacked out. The bathrooms look like Dexter, which is cool. It's like blood spatter. So it's kind of like, as gay as it is, hits home for me, and not homophobic. It hits home. But yeah, so putting a lot of personal touches into it. It's going to be fun. It's exciting. I feel like the excitement is the only thing keeping me going right now because I'm also working a full-time job. So for entertainment purposes only, I'm opening a comedy club. But anyways, I wish I had my phone with me. I wanted to share the schedule with you guys because like it's not a lot of people that watch this. So it's like I'm totally like I want to talk about everything. So I'll try to remember what I can because I've been like tweaking it, and like as ideas come to my mind, I'm like, oh, I want to change this. So this might not even be solidified. So please take this with a grain of salt. So anyways, on Mondays, we're going to have a rotating mic. At 6 o'clock is going to be our regular mic, where it's just like early mic, kind of, just any comedians that can make it after work. They want to get in some stage time before the night really starts, maybe get some coffee because we'll have coffee. And then, or drink if you're that kind of guy. No judgment, But yeah, we're going to have an open mic at 6. Regular standard open mic, and then at 8 o'clock every week we're gonna have a different theme, and theme as in like we're not dressing up, like different types of open mics. So like different ideas that each host brings that's like unique. It doesn't have to be unique. It can be like your standard like bucket pool, tag mic, whatever, but basically just to have like a variety on Mondays that people can not only you know try to dig into material that they might not have thought of before, or something like it's more for comedians, but also it can be fun for audiences too, because if you're like a regular and you want to come see a free open mic every Monday at 8 o'clock and hang out with your friends, or you're in town visiting Orlando and you want to come see, you know, a different type of vibe for comedy, where anybody can sign up, it's a good time. So that'll be fun. So Mondays we're gonna have 2 open mics. Place closes at 10 Monday through Wednesday, 11 on Thursdays, and midnight on Friday and Saturday. So anyways, Tuesdays we're gonna also do 6 p.m. open mic. I'm sorry. That actually, yeah. It's okay. Yeah. So 6 p.m. open mic on Tuesdays, which again, just standard open mic, early mic. Anybody want to get their night started early, get some comedy going, test their new stuff out, whatever. And then at 8 o'clock, we're going to do an amateur night. Now, I haven't fully worked out this thought yet, but I'm thinking basically I've already made the decision that it's for comedians comics, open micers, whatever you fat asses want to call them. But it's an amateur night. It's called an amateur night. Okay, so it's not an offensive term. It's just I should be on the show. I'm an amateur. I'm 2 years in. Okay, but it's amateur night, to where whoever is working really hard and they're out grinding at mics, and they're having a hard time just breaking through the barrier of getting more stage time or getting on a local showcase or anything like that, or even people that are kind of getting on local showcases but they're just not really getting the time to stretch their legs. I want to do an amateur night where we have pros in between. So like pros as in just like people that are out working more, they've been doing it for a little bit longer, such and such, whatever. So it can be kind of a pool for the audience to want to come see, like, oh, what is it like to see someone that's newer versus someone that's been doing it for a long time. But here's the flip, is the comedians who have been doing it for the amateurs, they get more time on stage and the pros get less time. So the amateurs will be getting 8 minutes and the pros will be getting 5 minutes. But if whatever, the pros are doing really well, it's like, oh, can you follow that? Or can you set them up? So that's kind of like a background of like comedy. Obviously, whatever, most people that watch this, I'm sure, are already comedians or just random fans. Thank you for watching and subscribing and enjoying this. I appreciate you because I have no friends. But anyways, yeah, so Tuesday nights, we're going to have however many comedians, maybe like 3 pros, and then we'll have like maybe 3 in between. Got to follow the rule of 3, right? So 3 amateurs, 1 pro, 3 amateurs, 1 pro, 3 amateurs, 1 pro. 9, 10, 11, 12. That's a show, right there. So that'll be, every Tuesday, and then every Wednesday. Oh, every Tuesday, by the way, we're going to also have a car meet in the parking lot starting at 6 p.m. So basically I'm trying to collaborate the different worlds, like what most of my adult life spent doing was, cars. I still do. I enjoy cars. I just don't work on them because I don't enjoy working on them. But to collaborate the worlds and kind of see like, guys, please no burnouts just because of the comedy. Listen, I love burnouts. Also, I don't want to get kicked out, but at the same time, let's just not do any burnouts. But basically just collaborate the world. So like comedians that are interested in cars can go outside and go check out the cars, talk, whatever, have a good time. And then inside, if you want to check out the comedy, you go check out the comedy. So Tuesday nights, that's going to be running until the place closes. So it'll be probably like a 4-hour thing, which will be cool. And then Wednesdays, I'm going to also be doing, Wednesdays is, see, this is where I kind of forgot. So there's a showcase Wednesdays at 8 p.m. I'm sorry, there's a local headliner at 7 p.m. And then at 9 p.m., that's what it is. Okay. So at 7 p.m., it'll be like a local headliner, right? And then at 9 p.m., we'll have a 8-person local showcase. So like basically just like, comics who are grinding it out, they're doing well, we're gonna give, it's gonna be like a quick hour show kind of thing. Like everybody gets the time, fill in the time, 8 comedians, whatever. Probably including the host, but yeah, I'll figure out the details of that later. That's where I'm like iffy about it. So like I said, take this with a grain of salt. This is just me blurting out my brain because this is Alex has no friends, and this is what you've been, what's the word, indoctrinated or welcomed or whatever to come into. This is my cult. Okay, my cult. I'm not starting a cult. Please don't take this. This is for entertainment purposes only. Anyways. So Wednesdays, it'll be like a step up kind of, you know what I'm saying? So it's going to be an escalation, like a ladder. Like this is a place that comedians can grow. It's a place, this is like my motto that I've gotten is like, and I've heard it before. So I've kind of like taken it, I guess, but like it's a place for comedians by comedians. You know what I'm saying? So it's pretty much already what Rogan is doing with a very, very, very small scale, if you get what I'm saying. So, and then Thursdays, we're going to have a 6 p.m. open mic. I'm sorry, I have that mistaken. We're going to have a 7 p.m. headliner. A 9 p.m. feature showcase. So it's the Thursdays, it's going to be headliners out of town and locally. Pretty much throughout the rest of the weekend, it's going to be headliners out of town and locally, but there's going to be an escalation to it, right? There's going to be, in my mind, I see an escalation of comedians, the funny, an escalation of the funny, which also coordinates with escalation of prices, right? Which I'll talk about. But anyways, So Thursday, we'll have a 7 p.m. headliner, a 9 p.m. feature showcase where we have four comedians do feature sets. So, or three comedians do feature sets, maybe 3 or 4. I don't remember. But anyways, yes. So that's that. And then there's going to be an hour. I mean, these are going to be quick transitions because again, like the levels of this, it just makes sense in my mind. But anyways, so uh 9 p.m. is going to be the feature showcase on Thursdays. And then at 10 p.m., 10:15, 10:45, we're going to have a quick mic. So whoever's there, it's going to be a late night mic. We're going to do it at 10 p.m. And then however many comedians there are, we'll kind of determine the time because I really don't know how popular with comedians this will or will not be. So I have to kind of gauge everything, over the first 6 months and kind of feel it out and change things. So like I said, take this with a grain of salt. All of this could change. So Thursdays, there'll be a late night mic, cut off at 11 where everybody's getting thrown out at 11 because I got to go home. My husband still works. I work a full-time job. So we're doing our responsibilities. But anyways, so Friday, we're going to have a 7 p.m. headliner, a 9 p.m. headliner, and a majority of these will be, I mean, as I see it, people who are coming through out of town, they're on a Florida trip. This is who I've been trying to recruit with the ads I've been putting out, trying to get headliners to apply. And I've been reaching out to headliners to offer, hey, if you're doing a run in Florida, let me know. We'll get you a spot, And these are people that they don't just have an Instagram following, if you get what I'm saying. Like these are people that are funny. And that's another purpose of this place is we want to, this is honestly not 100% a selfless project because I know, it'll benefit me in a way because I'm doing this because I want it. The selfish thing is I'm doing this because I want to do comedy full time. That's been my drive from the beginning. I've always said as I started, and it could have just been an off the hand thought, but I did say it that I wanted to open a comedy club. I mentioned it probably within the first month of doing comedy. So and the drive was to be able to do comedy and work on comedy full time and have the space to do that and the people to collaborate and grow with because I'm not going anywhere. I'm not moving. So I had to figure something out. Right. That's how obviously somebody else's viewpoint may be like, oh, Alex, you didn't have to. Well, but that was the drive inside of me to get it done. Right. So that's the selfish aspect of it. A majority of these shows will not be hosted by me. A majority of the people that I feel that I'm not, at that level, I'm not going to just throw myself on the show for the fuck of it. Right. Let's be straight up. I will obviously, if I see an opportunity to where okay, I feel like this is something I could handle. I'm not saying I'm never going to do it, right? Obviously, but there might be opportunities that come up where it feels like the right fit. Like maybe that comedian matches my energy, their material matches the kind of vibe that I put out, kind of thing. Based off of that, which I know sounds ridiculous to some people, maybe, I don't know, but that's just how my brain is thinking. And you can call me retarded, whatever. But I want to put on funny. I want to see funny. I want to be surrounded by funny so I can eventually be funny. You know what I'm saying? So the whole purpose of the weekend headliner shows is to bring in the funniest of the funniest. Right. So I need people to tell me who's funny. I need people to say, hey, this person, you should put this person on. I don't care about an Instagram following. I'll tell you that right now. I don't give a shit how many followers you have. If you have 250,000 followers and you come out the headline for a weekend and I see you and you aren't, seasoned, and who am I to say, right? I'm only 2 years in, but I think I can see funny. I'm not talking about any specific person. I'm just saying that I've heard peeps and I've seen shit here and there. So we're putting on funny. End of story. End of day. And this is a place where you can say whatever the fuck you want. You can not do whatever the fuck you want, because we're not doing like illegal shit, right? But you know what I'm saying? But as a comedian, it's a place for us to be free. So the selfish thing is, yeah, I want to bring in people from out of town. Yes, we're still putting on local people, but that's the ladder of escalation, right? That's the ladder of funny of what I'm trying to build. So we're still going to put on local shit on the weekends too. So this is where it's like, it gets fun with the late night stuff. So we got a 7 p.m. headliner show on Fridays and Saturdays, 9 p.m. headliner show on Fridays and Saturdays. And then Fridays at 11 p.m., we're going to have an open mic. And then Saturdays at 11 p.m., we're going to have a dirty show, like a local show, but it's like dirty show, like a dark show kind of thing. So yeah. And so this is where my mind is with the prices. I think it should follow the escalation of funny, right? And the cap is $20. No more than $20. And I'm going to like say it out loud and vow to you now that no matter how big or small or destroyed or large or just out of this universe this gets, we will never charge more than $20 for a ticket to see a show at Alex's Underground Comedy Club. I'm vowing to that right now. And eventually, when my bar starts making enough income to sustain my living, 100% of the door, 100% of the door is going to the comedians. And that's the intention of the nonprofit. People think, oh, she just started a nonprofit to cut corners. Yes. But also, it really is a nonprofit. It's a nonprofit organization. We are giving comedians what they deserve, which is to be paid for the people that they are entertaining. And I'm not saying that should be a thing that everybody should follow, right? But this is what I feel I should do. Okay, so this is not like I'm higher than, I'm better than, or whatever. It's just how I feel like I should do it. So that's the goal. I have to get the place up and running. I have to get it sustained because I do owe things like rent and loans and things like that. So I'm not going to get into details about that, obviously, but anyways, it's once it's sustained and it's at a level to where like I'm good, then like that's the plan. And I'm like vowing to that 1,000% right now. Like advertising, no, they 100% of the door. Okay. So that's the goal. And I don't know if I want to expand that in the future. I don't know what I want to do, but I know I want to keep it simple. I want to keep it small to whatever scale that might be. But I want to be present because I want it to be good. And I'm not saying I'm the best at doing this. I'm brand fucking new. But I know that with my attention to detail and how much I love this shit, it's going to be good. And there's going to be problems. It's not going to be perfect. Things are going to happen, but I'm going to learn from them. And that's the thing I have to keep reminding myself is I'll learn from these things. So anyways, all the open mics are free. Every open mic is free to come in. And then on the Tuesday nights, we'll have the amateur showcase. I do want to get those comedians paid, so it will be $5 a ticket. That's where we'll start. So it's affordable for, whoever, really. I mean, even a homeless guy could get $5 within an hour. So you could come see a show at Alex's Underground Comedy Club on a Tuesday night at 8 p.m. for $5. And you can see a few comedians who are, in the game a little bit longer. And then you can see new comedians who are grinding and working, and they want to really test their jokes out in front of a real crowd. So that's where we'll start. It would be $5. And then, I forgot we're doing Roast Battle League on Thursdays once a month too. So 9 p.m. once a month, Roast Battle League, Central Florida. Thursdays, 9 p.m. Check it out. We're going to film it, get the audio, do the things. But anyways, yeah. So Wednesdays, the local showcase, which is like, people coming up in the scene, they're, getting booked, they're working hard, they're funny, they can make a crowd laugh, that's going to be, I think it's 15 if I'm not mistaken. No, it's 10. That's the $10 showcase. Yeah. That's the $10 showcase. And then the headliner at 7 p.m. That's $15. The local headliner. So that's like any headliner that has the time, but they're having a hard time getting booked to do headliner gigs. That's like the Wednesday slot, like headliners who need stage time to really like be able to work out all their time kind of thing. So that's $15. The local showcase is $10. And then Thursdays, headliners $20. Feature showcase is $15. And then Fridays and Saturdays, open mic free on Friday. Obviously, all the headliner shows $20, and then the Dirty Late Show is $10. So yeah, that's it. But yeah, so there's an escalation and a funny, not funny, obviously, because anybody can be funny and be on those shows, but like to the, length of time you've been doing it and the amount of, headliner gigs you're booking, and, the funny does equate to that, really. It's I don't know how to like put my brain into words sometimes. But anyways, it just makes sense like how I'm doing it. So I don't know, send a freaking comment into the comment box and like tell me, Alex, no, you're wrong, unless you're somebody that I already chose not to take advice from. So it's not anybody specific. I think it's actually everybody. I think I have a hard time taking advice from anybody. So you can leave a comment, but I'm probably not going to listen. But anywho, we'll have beer, wine, coffee. We're partnering with Villain. We're gonna sell their cold brew out of a kegerator. I got an ice machine, so we're gonna have coffee made by me. I'm gonna be serving all the drinks, guys. I'm your bartender. Yeah, I'm your bartender and overseer to make sure all the lights and the sound is working properly. And then also music person. I have a separate area for music, so I know for the headliner shows, I'm definitely gonna have to hire help. But for the local showcases and open mics, if anybody wants to come out and help with music, that would be great. That would be wonderful. I'll probably, I'll do my best, guys. I really don't know how this whole money thing is going to work. I just know that if I put my all into the club, everything will be just fine. So I'm not like too stressed about it. I've just been like constantly going for like a week, and it feels like I've been in a whirlwind, but it's like so much adrenaline and excitement that it's keeping me going. Like I'm still able to go to shows and mics during the week after I finished my work for the day at the club, after I finished my work for the day at the work. Um, but it feels, I'm not gonna lie, it feels really good to just say out loud my comedy club. I mean, it feels great. I'm not gonna lie. I can't contain my excitement. And don't talk to me in person about it because I'm just gonna sound like I'm full of myself. I am full of myself, but really, I can't shut up about it. I can't shut up about it because I'm excited. Because I've been wanting this for so long. And like when I started the pop-up shows for Alex's Underground Comedy, I knew this was what it was going to develop into. I just didn't think it would happen so quick. I mean, everything just happened at once. It all happened in a weekend. Just like, whoa, what did I just do? And that's where I start like maniacally laughing. Is that a word? I don't know. Because I'm just like, what the I'm a child. I am a child. That's what I say. I'm a child. I really am, though. And I'm trying to run a business. I'm out of my mind. But, anyways, I'm going to do my best as a grown ass toddler because that's really what I am. I mean, I just ate pepperoni and cheese for dinner. I'm a child. I can't get enough. But, anyways, everyone is welcome. Unless you're stealing jokes or starting fights. And that's it. Just don't start fights, don't steal jokes, and we don't have a problem. Um God, I can't believe I mean, I already know all the opinions that are going to come, and I just got to deflect because I already have thought all these things about myself. I mean, all the negative thing, like if you're watching this and you're an op, if you are, thank you for watching this because it's so great that you're giving me a view. I don't even know if I have any. I'm not that important. But like anything that anybody says about me, like she's stupid for opening a comedy club. She's only been doing comedy for 2 years. I already know. I know I suck ass. Why do you think I'm opening a comedy club? So I can be funnier. If I already thought it was funny, like, who am I? I know I'm not ready for anything that I approach, but I approach things because I'll never be ready unless I go through the fire and the flames. You ever play Guitar Hero? On expert mode, that's what I'm doing. I'm going through the fire and the flames on expert mode. I'm actually in amateur mode. I'm going through the fire and the flames on amateur mode. But anyways, I have learned something from this. And this is where Alex gets crazy, right? Anything. It's so funny because it's what parents tell their kids. Anything you could do it. But it's actually like true. It's true. Like if you really like, it's crazy how powerful our I don't know what it is, our brains to project reality. And maybe I've just got some secret powers and they're going to go away because I'm talking about it. But if you actually like really want something, it just appears. Like magic. I'm crying right now because this is insane. But anyways, my mom thinks we come from a family of witches. I believe in God. I don't know if that has any cross section or what. I don't even know what God looks like or what God is, but I know there is one. And only one for sure. Because he's got the same accent every time I talk to him. Anyways, um, no, really, our brains are so powerful. My mom thinks we're witches, but I think anybody can do it. Like, I'm not special, dude. I'm just a human. I'm just a human. Now, listen, now the CIA is going to catch us and be like, oh my gosh, she's one of them astral projectors. We got to send her over to Venezuela. I did astral project twice. Once when I was a kid and once like 4 years ago. It's pretty scary, actually. And then I get sleep paralysis demons. They try to have sex with me. Ooh, the Comedians in Cars Drifting episode's coming out soon. That's what I should be watching right now because I have to work through the final edits with the director of editing. Or whatever it is. I'm sorry. I should be using... This is Alex Has No Friends. We don't use professional terms. You wonder why I'm sitting in the friend's chair? Because I am the friend. But anyways, my husband's playing Cyberpunk right now. I just downloaded it too on my Xbox. Pretty excited about it. I was pretty upset because I had it when it first came out, right? And I was playing it and it crashed numerous times before I could save it. And it was very upsetting. But I just started it again. And I gotta say, it's pretty crazy that you can make your character trans. But Alex, that's homophobic. I'm not saying anything bad. I just thought it was crazy, so I gave my character a dick, and it's a woman. Just because it looked funny. And then the fact that you could choose the size? What are we doing? There are children playing this game. If I was a parent, listen, I would have an idea because I play video games, but parents have no clue what their kids are. Me, Grand Theft Auto, Vice City, 8 years old. I wanted to be a stripper as soon as I saw it. I was like, oh my God, this is how you get men to love you? Anyways, yeah, I mean, like, parents have no idea what their kids are playing. They're not previewing these games. Like, parents aren't taking the time out of their workday after hearing Brenda yap about her kids all day and then going home to hear his wife yap about his kids all day to go sit down and watch a video game and play it through. Or watch the walkthrough on YouTube for 8 fucking hours. Nobody's going to do that. So these kids are just getting these games. Because the parents are like, rated rock star for what? Or immature. I'm sorry, mature. It's mature. Oh, my kid's mature. Everyone wants to think their kid is mature. So yeah, go buy a mature video game. Little do they know you can see titties with a dick at the same time. Playing Cyberpunk. Oh, I'm glad I'm learning all these things before I pop out a little thing. You know what I'm saying? I had a crazy dream last night. So I had an infant, like my baby, and like, dude, like this is where I'm like, oh, we are a little witchy, cause I know this is like my actual kid, but like in another fucking dimension, right? Anyways, so I'm like, I've got my baby girl, my little. I want to have the dream again so bad, just so I can see her. That's how crazy I am. So, anyways, I'm holding her, and I'm just loving this. I mean, like, I had never, in my dream, besides my husband, I had never felt a love like this. Like, it was like I was just wrapped in like heroin. I've never tried it, but I heard it's like a hug. But anyways, I had my baby girl, and I was holding her, and she was just smiling at me, and it was the sweetest thing in the world, right? And I go to put her down, and I go and I do something. I don't know. I went to go talk to my husband or something, and I was like, I had this like, oh, my baby, I just want to hold her, right? It was like the first time I had ever felt like motherly instinct. I mean, that's a lie. I feel motherly instinct all the time. I cook and clean and do things for my husband and my family, because I love them. So that's like nurturing in a way, right? But I was just like, oh my God, I need her. Like it was like this fucking, oh, came out weird, but it was this instinct where I was like, I need her. Like I need that love. Like it was actually quite frightening. So like panic sets in, right? So I go to pick her up and she's white and not breathing. So I immediately CPR, like little breaths, and then CPR, like 2 finger CPR. I learned CPR on infants. I got to do it again because this probably isn't. This is how you finger a woman. This is not how you give a baby CPR. But I'm giving the baby CPR. I should be laughing. I'm sorry. And she comes back, and I'm like, oh my God. Like I was full like I lost like my whole body, and I was like, oh my God. And then I was like playing with her, and like, you know, I was trying to get her to laugh, and she laughed, and I said it out loud. I was like, oh my God, her first laugh. And I was just I'd never felt a happiness like that, which has confirmed for me that I do want a kid. Despite how the government works, I do want a kid, you know? But anyways, it did this dream completely like made me like, okay, because I've been getting scared the older I get. I really am. I'm like, what if I, pass on the bad things about me? I don't want to do that to an innocent soul. That's an innocent like being that like you brought into this world. And I'm not like I look like I'm giving a baby shaking syndrome, but like really, and I see so much pain in children. Everywhere I go, I see pain, and it hurts me to the core. I'm not trying to get all emotional on you guys, but it really does. Like it scares the shit out of me. When I was 20, put a baby in me right now. Now I'm 30. It's scary. It's absolutely terrifying. And I have such a bar for perfection that it's like, oh, like, am I going to be good enough to be a mother, So, but I know I'm going to. It's just, I'm not ready right now. Once the club is sustaining, maybe Barboza will pop a little out. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, so I'm like, and then like, okay, so she's like laughing, and I'm like, I'm feeling that love again that I never felt, besides with my husband. And I put her back down, and it happens again and again. And it was like a hell of just like just like the warmest love in the world and just the complete loss of it. And then the warmest, and it's probably, that's got to do with me for sure. Because I have abandonment issues, but, you know, I'm happy. I am very happy. I just sometimes have a hard time regulating myself, but I'm regulating and realizing. That's not even a song, by the way. But yeah, so those things happened. Venezuela's crazy distraction. I mean, like, what are we? You're gonna bomb a whole country? I'm sorry, I don't know. Did we bomb them? I don't even know what the fuck's going on. But we captured a whole ass guy to distract from the Epstein list. No, listen, I think the Epstein list is just another distraction. Just saying. I mean, the real truth is that Epstein was just a middleman that managed an island where darker things happen than what you think. And I know you would say, like, oh, Alex, pedophilia, there's nothing darker than that. Have you seen Satan? I bet you there's a portal on that island. It's like the old like stories of curses and shit. I bet you there's some weird shit over there in that building. People holding hands, wearing black robes, maybe white ones, depending on who they like. Holding hands around a fire. What's worse than pedophilia? I don't know. I mean, that's bad, but burning a child alive for a sacrifice? I'm not saying they do it. I don't know. Listen, I'm just saying there's a lot of bad things and dark shit that could have happened at these places. Torture. I mean, you really like have no idea like Ruby Frankie, for instance. I just watched an episode of that. Imagine her on steroids. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of dark shit could have happened there. That's what they don't want you finding out. That's what they don't want you finding out. Rituals. We're hidden under an ecosystem of like modern day society when there's a lot of dark shit going on under the curtains. Not these ones, but there's a lot of dark shit happening around. And whether you have seen the veil thin, if you may, maybe you have. Maybe you haven't. But if you have, you're not crazy. You're not schizophrenic. We see things for a reason. Whether that could be tricks or truth, who knows? But there's a reason for it. I know for damn sure there's a reason for it. I've seen weird shit before. A lot of weird shit. And, crazy is the term that people like to use. But I feel like I just have relinquished at this point in my life, especially, like I feel more like myself than I ever have in most of my adult life. Like I feel like who I was when I was a kid again, finally. Like for the most part, I'm still trying to really, find who I am and just be myself and not give a fuck what anybody thinks. And the more I've done that, the more I've gone back to seeing the shit I used to see when I was a kid, like my sleep paralysis and shit's come back. Thankfully, it's only happened once, but still, like, I feel like these past, like, few years, I've really been getting back to just being who I am. And if somebody doesn't like me, that's cool. We don't have to be around each other. And if we are, I'm cool. I just keep my distance. I don't think it's anything negative against an individual. Like, oh, you're a bad person, or I'm a bad person. We're just, our energies don't connect, kind of thing. So, like, I don't know. People have called me crazy before. And sometimes I say things that are just like very straightforward or forward, or I just don't bite my tongue sometimes. But I'm okay. I've learned to just be like okay with that, and not like so okay to where I'm like hurting people. But sometimes I just be saying shit and not any meaning behind it, which sometimes can be bad, but in comedy can be fun. But anyways, I don't even know where I was going with that. All I'm saying is like all this shit going on, like clear as day to me. Like I've never voted a day in my life, and I will never vote. I don't care if it's local, because people are like, oh, what about state and local? No, I do not care. Everything is an ecosystem, a society. It's built like ants build their mound. Like everything is the same everywhere, and controlled environments. We live in controlled environments. Sometimes I feel like I'm just going to be unplugged and they're going to be like, Alex, you figured it out again. But I don't know anything again. Like, please, like, when I say any of these things, like, don't take my word for be like, oh, she's like, this is just how I feel. Because this is what we talk about here. Alex has no friends. But anyways, I just feel like anything that comes on the media or news, or like, listen, the Somali daycare, like Charlie Kirk, Epstein files, Venezuela, Ukraine, Russia, Israel. I mean, everything that's happening around us is bullshit. And not bullshit in a way like, fuck that. I mean, yeah, fuck that. But like bullshit in a way like it's a facade. Like all of this is just. But Alex, there's people dying. Yeah, there's people dying for no fucking reason. That's what I'm trying to say. Like all these, even like the things that we see, like the news and the media and shit that gets output, like, dude, we could be in North Korea right now and not even realize it. You know what I'm saying? Like AI is so advanced, like for the government, who has correlations with like the Rothschilds and like BlackRock and like all that stuff that like owns the news networks and like owns your TikTok and like owns your. Why do you think you only saw like 3 videos of, or 4 videos of Charlie Kirk's actual like death sentence? Like, why do you think it was controlled? Like, they want you to see certain things and they don't want you to see certain things. Like, I've posted things on Instagram stories or Instagram before that have been taken down. It's all controlled. So everything we see, if you think about it, like everything we see is controlled. That means there is intention behind them wanting them, whoever it might be, wanting us to see it. And like people are like, oh, but like Alex, don't you believe in like the Jew shit? And like, no, because it's being projected on the media. They want people to hate Jews. They don't want people to hate them. Do you guys get that? Like, I joke about it all the time. The Jews, the Jews. That's not actually what's going on. Like, brainwashed again, brainwashed. Like, they want us to see these things for a reason. Your algorithm is controlled for a reason. So, all I'm trying to say is that anything you see that's like a major event that's happening, you must question it. That is all I'm saying. Don't go listen to other people on YouTube like I do and take what they say for word like I do, or take what I say for word for, any of it. Because everything you see, you should question. Here's the problem is when kids are little, they're always asking why. But why? But why? Because there should be an answer. But we get frustrated with them. Oh, and kids seeing things I was talking about, like, because I used to see shit when I was a kid, and kids seeing things all the time. Like, we are literally trained to believe that it's our imagination to disconnect us from that veil thinning. Call me crazy. It's your imagination. No. You are disconnecting us from our human experience of what it's supposed to be, which is the devil or Satan or whoever he, she, fucking whatever it might be. The whole intention is to disconnect you from your human experience and fill it with sin. We are surrounded daily. We walk through sin and commit sin daily, every single one of us. I don't care how fucking perfect you think you are, but that's the human experience, and that's why you're supposed to fight those demons. Like, we're literally supposed to be, we are a part of the spiritual war that's going on. And if you've stayed this long, props to you. I'm talking about this video because Alex has gone off the rails. But we all are fighting demons daily. I'm fighting nicotine and weed and work addiction and addiction to getting attention on stage. But I'm trying to use it for a good purpose, which is where I'm fighting back. I'm trying to fight back. I'm trying to quit smoking. I'm trying to quit everything that is a demon. I'm trying to fight my demons. And I think everybody is really trying to fight their demons, which is the human experience. But I honestly sometimes think that Earth is hell. I'm not going to lie. But it can't be because we still have some connection to God, right? Anyways, judge me, dislike me for it. Also, I was thinking about love thy neighbor. Listen, I could sound a little delusional, but I don't think that context is taken how it should be. Because I really do, like I was talking about the energy connection with people, like people that you don't feel energetically connected to, like you just, and it's not because, like, maybe sometimes they can be mean or you can be mean to them, but like there's just an energy shift when you're around that person. We're not, like, you're not supposed to be around that person. So love thy neighbor, I feel like more pertains to like your people, like the people who you vibe with. Like, really love those people. Take care of them as a friend, Take care of the people around you, because when you take care of the people around you, that energy comes back and it goes full circle. Like, it really, like, I really do think that's what love thy neighbor is about, because it's like this energy connection to like people. And like when I fuck with somebody, I fuck with somebody. Like, So, I don't know. I sound crazy. I've got a headache because I've barely eaten all day. But, dude, thank you to the people who are very nice to me and very supportive of what I'm doing. I really appreciate that, because without those people, I'd be nothing, actually. My husband, dude, he fucking supports everything I've been doing with. I mean, he's supported me for a very long time, but with this comedy stuff and the club and my podcast and all this crazy shit I've been doing, like, he's been my number one. Mom, you almost tied for number one, but you're number two. Because he has to deal with me every day. But anyways, I really do appreciate everybody being nice and supportive and like cheering me on and like helping and like just doing all the things that I couldn't do by myself. So, and to my haters, to my ops, thank you too. Because without you, I would have nobody to prove wrong. That what I'm doing, there is intention and purpose and feeling behind it. And I'm sorry if I've ever said anything that maybe hurt. But if I didn't, I'm not sorry. Work on yourself. Do better in 2026. Okay? I think it's a good way to end it. Good night, my people. What should I call you? My fan base. My little A's. My little assholes. Yeah, I like that actually. My little assholes. Thank you for joining, my little assholes. All right, bye.
She keep working that back and I'm about to throw the shit like